Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Kazuri Alameen. And my word of wisdom for today, in a lot of the groups that I do by design, regardless of what type of group it may be, I ask the audience, how do you deal with yourself when you by yourself? Let me say this again. How do you deal with yourself when you by yourself? And one of the reasons that I ask that question, because wherever we go, we take us with us. We cannot go to work and leave ourselves at home. We can't go to the grocery store and leave ourselves at home. We all got a private side and we all got a public side. So when you're by yourself, what are your thoughts? Are your thoughts healthy? Are they unhealthy? Are you pissed? Are you happy? Are you sad? Are you ambiguous? These are things only you know. I mean, there's a lot of information I hear sometimes, but I've been in the mental health business for a very, very long time, and a lot of things I don't know, but it's a lot of stuff, hell, I do know about mental health. And once again, how do you deal with yourself when you by yourself? Sometimes we get into a situation we hide behind our jobs, we hide behind our education, we hide behind our religion. But that's a whole different way of living. How do you deal with yourself when you by yourself? How do you deal with yourself in your private thoughts? Where are you at in your private thoughts? In seasons of good, in seasons of bad. These are things only you will know. You don't need no coach can tell you, no mentor can tell you, no husband or spouse can tell you, no children can tell you. These are things only you know. Every day, ladies and gentlemen, we go through things in life that only we know. And it's designed that way in certain areas of our lives. So where are you in your own private thoughts? How healthy are you thinking today in your private thoughts? What do you need to accomplish that you've been holding back on, waiting for the right time, the right moment, or somebody to give you permission to do? These are things only you know. When was the last time you told a lie? When was the last time you told the truth? All of these things you will know. So I want to encourage you doing this continuing dynamic. A lot of times people like to say we got to start over. Life has taught me I beg to differ with that. None of us can go back into our mother's womb. We don't start over. We don't start over. We continue. That's the difference. We continue. We learn, we grow, we learn, we in, we out, we continue. We don't start over. We don't go back. Once you came out the womb, that's it. You don't go back in the womb. So I want to encourage you to take some time to relax, refresh your thoughts. Be okay with you in your private thoughts. Because when you're okay with you in your private thoughts, then that will manifest itself out in your public arena. But where are you in your private thoughts? A lot of times we like to be in a crowd of people. We got to be first in line. Our name got to be called first. We got to be this, we got to be that. But where are you at when you by yourself? How are you dealing with yourself when you by yourself? That's the meat. How are you dealing with yourself when you by yourself? So when you can sit with yourself in a time of adversity, when you can sit with yourself in a time of peace, when you can sit with yourself in a time of war, when you can sit with yourself in a time of faith, when you can sit with yourself in a time of fear and be okay, that's what it's all about. That's where true healing takes place, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lot of artificiality out here called healing, and that's why a lot of stuff ain't going on in the right way, because we've been mimicking stuff for years that has style, that got good quotes, and it has no substance at all. So once again, how do you deal with yourself when you by yourself? These are things only you will know. Nobody else. Peace.